Oh.
Oh, there's a little
shoot.
Oh, what? We grabbed but got hit at the same time.
Nice parry. Okay, I shouldn't wake up. Oh, shoot. Did you push the button? Oh, I get away with murder. Oh, man. Ooh. Got the hit. Making it 1-1. Into it, still into it, Arctina and Atlas. Duking it out in Odon's gallery, I believe. Take a swing. Perfect. Good shit.
Not like this. Mash. Oh, never mind. Just attack. Oh my god.
Oh
my god.
shit! No! Oh no!
I mean, I don't know what to say, bro. I don't know what to say. I put your hands up.
Okay. Those are semis.
Oh, okay.
This is just a first to 2.
Oh man, all the pressure's on.
No.
Yo, don't screw this one up. Yeah, Dim Cyber's giving off some real Burger King commercial from the 90s energy standing in front of that fire. Some flame broiled.
Good trade there.
Flame broiled.
He wants to tell you all about the cheddar bacon ranch. Oh no.
From too close, it knocks him down. You've got to be like what? Yeah. Got to be like a character distance away at least. Did you see what I see? Did you just see what I saw? Secret boss in arcade mode. Bonus. Man, another game with like directional influence, right? So I can jump forward and hold back. So you got like the air footsies. I think we're gonna learn this. Unblockable meaties on wake up. Dangerous prospect. Ooh. Did you see where that hit? Okay. Jank Puncheon. Let's go. Oh, missed it. Yeah, he's got like a fucking rapid cancel as well. Nice. Pretty much combo off of anything. But hers actually doesn't seem to... Really? This is her walk back idle stance? So it's the come here finger and into the fuck you. Okay, this is a type.
Fighter Monday.
Hello, everybody. Happy Niche Fighter Monday. I hope everyone's doing okay. Howdy, y'all. I'm Mr. MKL. This is, of course, the Digital Basement. Yo, we are well into January 2026. How is the year treating everybody, by the way? Just gotta check in. We're holding it together here down in the basement, friends. Making our way through day after day. Just relaxing with the missus. Awesome. That's good to hear, man. We are hanging out and we're playing something here, friends, today that we're familiar with Verdict Guilty around here. We have played the handcuff fighting game. Oh, yo, hit top 1,000 in standard. Nice. Big congrats. You have been grinding some magic, haven't you? Suspect it'll get nerfed, probably. Yo. One thing that's not getting nerfed, though, is anything in Verdict Guilty. This is the indie fighting game from... dude, I'm not even sure. Honestly. Is it Retro Army? Is it Retro Army Limited? That might be it. But yo, Verdict Guilty is a game that has had a pretty long history. It was released on PC. It was long rumored to have a Dreamcast port in the works. And lo and behold, one exists finally, but that wasn't before it got a Switch version, and the Switch version had some Breaker's Revenge characters that you could face against. They were CPU opponents. And now, finally, we get to play them ourselves, provided you are able to play on an actual Dreamcast. So this is from Pixel Heart Games and Josh Productions. And they have... been over several years now been updating and porting games to the Dreamcast. So we get modern retro, actual physical discs, friends. You want to own your own media, you can do it. Though in fairness, shipping isn't cheap. The game isn't too expensive, but shipping isn't cheap. But I saw this and I could not help myself. I was like, I've got to support this. I've got to see what this is all about. So, yeah, we're gonna play through the new title update for Verdict Guilty Clash. Yo, what's up, Andrew? How you doing? And you know, it's kind of fitting that we have Guile's theme playing in the background here. Because Verdict Guilty is, in fact, the handcuff/throw fighter. It is a game that says, what if Guile's handcuff glitch was our primary mechanic? And that makes for a funky fighter, friends. So, yo, it's dope. I'm excited to go into this. It's been a while since I played some Verdict Guilty. All right, let's go over. And okay, I've also worth noting that in order to capture this, so like I'm capturing from my actual Dreamcast here. And in order to do that, I am using a AverMedia capture device that is old enough to drink legally in Ontario. So I don't know how well this is going to work. I did some testing, and it seemed to be okay. I seemed to get a clean capture. It didn't seem to drop many frames, if any. But if it becomes an issue, I can always boot up my off-screen capture. So that is always. Let me know if the video capture is a little borked, and we can fix that. Nothing we make physically lasts more than 20 years. I know. Well, I mean, for real, we are starting to get to the point. Even now going into, like, if you mess around with a lot of retro or vintage tech, you will find that it is the window for in which you can, like, revive these things is getting shorter and shorter. Like, right? I mean, like, it's a weird thing where I'm like, at this point, the level of, like, degradation on my NES is the same as that on my Super Nintendo, right? And it's like, despite there being almost a decade between them, like, it's right. It's kind of, it's like, why are they failing at a faster rate, progressively faster rate, right? So I don't know. Anytime I'm able to revive or resuscitate some old tech, I feel a certain amount of pride. All right. Yo, let's move on over to some Verdict Guilty, though. Right, yeah, having to run Switch games to make sure the battery still works. Having to... Same thing, like, apparently the Wii U is notorious for like, frying itself if you don't boot it up often enough. And now I'm like, I haven't touched my Wii U in, like, a decade, so... Who knows? All right. Oh, hang on. We need some... There we go. We need some audio. All right. Let's head into some training mode and see what is up. Yo, what's going on, Sylph? Also, can you hear?
Choose your destiny.
Oh no. Man, I really need to capture the crunchiness that is the Dreamcast disk drive, because sometimes that thing is just like, nah, it's bad news, man. I'm afraid it's about to explode or grind to a halt at any given second. Here we go, though. Yo, we have our cast of Verdict Guilty characters and 4 new characters. 3 from the Breakers Revenge games. We got Sho, Tia, and Saizo. And then a wrestler, I think? Who knows who Mr. Anderson or Anderson is? Does anybody know who this dude is? I know we have some wrestling fans in the house, so maybe someone can inform us. All right, Sho is a subway cop. Figures. Likes trains. Also figures. Okay, what do we have? Slide, flame kick, and fireball. handcuff an opponent. Press the R button. To arrest an opponent, defeat them whilst they're handcuffed. So, yo, this is this Guilty Gear? Guilty Gear wishes. Yo, Andrea, it is official. We actually get to play the Breaker's Revenge characters in Verdict Guilty. Sho Kamui, the new Terry Bogard. Showing up everywhere. Gotta love those load times.
Round 1. Fight.
What's going on, friends? Alright, so. He's my Shoto. Yeah, he appeared in Pocket Bravery. He's starting to pop up all over the place. It's hilarious. The training mode really does kind of suck. There are no training mode options. Okay. First thing I noticed, and was a point of frustration because I did it like 7 frickin' times. If you go to the pause menu and you hit the back button, like B, then you go back to the main menu and you have to go through the entire loading process again. It's start to go back to the game. The number of times that I just hit B to exit this screen is frustrating. But yeah, the training mode is weird. It's basically Sabu, this old cop, stands around and randomly randomly crouches, randomly blocks. And you can't really do much about it. So, we're just going to figure some stuff out, though. So this game is a 4-button fighter. You have a light and heavy punch, light and heavy kick. Then you also have a block button and a dedicated handcuff button. So you can see at the top left, you have bullets and handcuffs. Your fireball, the cops have fireballs, but they're limited, right? There's 3, and then you have to reload. It's like you have a gun, basically, right? It's all cop-themed. Oh, Catan show from Breakers Edition. I would play that. Yes, his backwalk is the same as his forward walk. He just moonwalks his run. So, yeah, 4 buttons and then this handcuff mechanic. So it's a throw, which puts them in cuffs, and then they're not able to block. So I'm pretty sure that you could just block at any time. Andre, you might be able to confirm or deny this. That, like, mid-combo you can block, but the handcuffs prevent you from doing that, which lets you do stuff like that. It's so weird. It's so funky. Like I think really, like, this is one of those games that will frustrate your typical fighting game player because it does not function the way your brain wants it to function, right? But as soon as you take it on its own terms, you're like, oh, this is just kind of wild and fun, right? And it's like it has its own vibe for sure. Yeah, and unfortunately, it's hard to, like, make the AI do something, right? Okay, so yeah, for special attacks, he has his slide kick, which... Let me see here. I think... Yeah, you can also hit, right? So you can hit with the kick, but you can also hit with the roll. And then, of course, he has his uppercut kick on a quarter circle back. And he can button out of it. Okay. Weird. This game engine's kept together with hope and a dream, and not much else, right? What does he have? Slide, flame kick, fireball, handcuffs. I don't think he does, no. Oh my god, the buffer window, guys. Like, you can see my inputs. You see when that X comes out. If I tiger knee, yeah, no directional, no down and kick. Right? And even his he has different grounded animations for his light and heavy, but his aerial ones are all the same, right? For between their light and heavies. And then yeah, no directionals. Yeah, so so 2 LP, 5 LP, 2 LP definitely is another one. See, yeah, because he's just blocking that. Okay, maybe it's not a... It looks like that should combo. Okay. And then you can go into crouch heavy kick. So from crouch heavy kick, can we do anything? To show have his own arcade story mode. I'm not sure yet. So that we're gonna find out. I want to see how much they have added for these characters, right? So we're gonna go through them and see what they're all about, see how they've been adapted to the game. Because I haven't even had a chance to play against them because I never picked up the Switch version, right? So I'm not sure if anyone else has. The issues of fighters made by people who don't play fighters baffles you. I mean, it is remarkable, though. Like, you get such interesting takes. Some of my favorite takes on fighting games from indie devs in the last, 5-10 years have been from, I think, people who are like, love the essence of fighting games, but don't necessarily know it like the FGC knows it. And it's a weird divide that you get, I think, between players and developers of that kind of game, right? Love me some caffeine. All right. Oh ho ho.
Great. All right. Nice. Okay.
it has such a weird combo system. So it's like, honestly, it kind of reminds me of Eternal Champions in a way, where it's like you have basically these like pre-baked strings that you can weirdly link together in basically ways that I don't think it was intended by the developers. Oh, the damage is kind of insane too. Yeah, absolutely. Okay. What's up, Tuesday night? Man, home on a Monday? Glad you could make it.
Choose your destiny.
All right. Let's take a look at our good friend Tia. Job, kickboxer. Likes, her brother. Hey, that's nice that her and her brother have a loving relationship. I'm happy for her. All right, what do we have? We have also a slide from her. We have her slide, we have her uppercut, and we have a fireball. Yes, Tia and Saizo. And this all tracks, right? Like I recall when I first discovered Verdict Guilty, I went and checked out some stuff. I was like poking around on Facebook, and I saw a Verdict Guilty page there, and it was from Josh Prod years and years ago, and they had screenshots of Tia, of these three characters, Sho, Saizo, and Tia, in the game, right? And I don't know if they were just mock-ups at that point, but like this is an idea that has been kicking around for at least 4 years. All right, so it's the kind of same deal, right? Where they have they only have like two unique sprites for their air normals, right? Oh, okay. Okay, so her light punch, light kick is, right, that's her combo there. And then we have a bigger one on the quarter circle back. We have her fireball, and we have her uppercut. Yeah, they may well just be recolored sprites, for sure. Hey, okay. So typically, yeah, so like after you throw them, right, you can typically get a button out, and for certain characters, if they can get that button into a special cancel, they can oftentimes really mess up an opponent off of a handcuff. Oh, Shichu, okay. Yeah, they're just allowed to button out of their dragon punches? Alright. Maybe want to launch breakers just to check it. see, because like now I'm trying to figure out, like, is it possible? Damn, man, look at that. That doesn't even connect. Point blank, button, special cancel. Not off a light. Dang, man. Yeah, and it just goes through them point blank. That's hilarious. Fuck it, I love video games, man. Okay, you can at least get jumping special. Sometimes.
Nice. Nice. Good. Okay. Nice. Good.
Oh. Yeah, throw into your combo does work.
Good. Good. Okay. Okay.
This is such a funky game. It's this game is a nightmare. That's the first thing I look over and see in chat. It's so funky. Nightmare. So the thing is, it's not 4-6. So 4-6Y, despite that being what's in the move list, she has 2 fireballs listed in her move list. 4-6Y and quarter circle forward. The 4-6 doesn't actually work. And it's not on X either, right?
Good. Good. Okay.
Right? And it's not like it's... I'm trying to figure, is there like a... Oh, no, you have to charge down back? Oh, wait, does it still take... So I'm confused, right? Like, I don't see a difference between them. Oh, we're getting there. We're getting there, Circle. Yo, take it easy, friends. Yeah, friends, let me know if something's funky with the capture, if that's all it is. Because, like I said, I can move to my off-screen capture. This is using a, an ancient AverMedia capture device. But yeah, you can do down, back to forward punch, and it'll do a fireball. But quarter circle forward also does it, and there doesn't seem to be a difference. Stream is fine, does look like, yeah, it definitely, it's a little schmeary, I will say that, even on my capture. And I think that's just the capture device.
Good. Nice. Good. Good. Nice. Good. Okay. Okay. Okay.
Yes, I mean, the game, even in its original form, as was mentioned, is held together with little more than like sticky tack and an idea from 15 years ago. And I'm pretty sure the Dreamcast port is on that same level. I love it. I love every bit of it. Don't get me wrong.
Choose your destiny.
Yeah, that's interesting. You're right that it is. It's also a Breakers is also a 4-button game, so there's a certain level of crossover there. Yeah, circle. That's interesting. Like, what is Kuso? What is jank, right? And I think that you're very much correct that is one of the defining factors, right? It's like a fighting game is defined more by its glitches and unintended consequences than it is an intentional design thing, right? But then again, there is also a bunch of games in history that are like, yeah, like a lot of Marvel design was not intentional design. So much it was something that was an unintended consequence of the way they built it. But that became foundational, right? But I think that, yeah, at it, there is a little bit of that, where it's like, when players pick the game and start playing it, but it's like this alternate branch of the game that, like, a path that we've ended up carving in spite of the game in some ways, that, yeah, I think that's kind of it. Yeah, it's one of the criminal characters. All right. Kunai, bomb, eagle hold. Let's see, Saizo. Let's see how broken you are here. How fun and whimsical, right?
Round 1. Fight.
It is so wild to see these characters in this game, though. All right, Kunai, hella fast. Oh my god. That is not a long charge. So the eagle is press and hold heavy. That is not a long charge time. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. And it comes out off of negative edge, off of your quarter circle forward. So if... What the hell? Oh no. Oh, what? Okay. That is a very active hitbox. Yeah, yeah, it's about a decade old at this point. Oh, even older, damn. Apparently we can self-detonate. This is funny. Yeah, inputs simply do not function as expected in this game. And that's part of it. They have such a huge input buffer that it really makes a lot of things weird. And I don't know if they had to do that kind of input buffer just to make it work. Right? But like, look at this. If I jump and quarter circle back, all right, and then yeah, light, heavy punch for his 3-hit.
Good. 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 Nice. Yes, the bomb OTGs. Okay, we've got some shit here. Hang on a second, guys. Right, yeah, Dark Souls has a ginormous 1-2, and I'm not entirely sure why. Why do they do this to this character? Why do they just make him like this? Yo, what's up, dude? So, yo, Verti-Guilty Clash is the Dreamcast port of the game by Josh Productions, Josh Prod. And it includes 4 new characters, 3 of them from the Breakers series, and 1 of them who is apparently a wrestler, which I'm not familiar with. But, yes. So, I don't know what other changes there are. I want to hop into the story mode to see if they gave the new characters story modes, first of all. But, yeah, that's good. This is so cool. Like I said, this has been several years. Mr. Anderson, Mr. Andresen, something like that. Oh yeah, okay, this is my dude. All right, if you're gonna let me do this nonsense. So the question is, do we have anything else? This is such nonsense. I love it. Yeah, I can't tell. I would have to do a comparison, but the more I think about it, the more the more I think they are original sprites. Gotta put, yeah. The Verti-Guilty, it's such a funky game, guys. Love it. I just want games to be unabashedly weird. If not, then it's original colors and shading. Yes, exactly. So the Andrea suggested that it might be just recolored sprites, which would make sense if they did some like recoloring and reshading to more match the vibe of the rest of the characters. Oh, I didn't even go into working with his handcuffs, but that's fine. Okay, let's check out the fourth additional character. And see what they're all about. They're a wrestler, so couldn't give us Condor. You're basically giving us Condor. Okay, that's fine. I swear to God, is that what it is? Did they make Condor and then they got like a deal with some wrestler and so then just re-fucking branded him? Is this legally distinct Condor? Oh man, I'm kind of even more upset now. I want my boy in this game. Ken Anderson. I didn't look it up, but like, man. He has Condor's moves. This is what I'm saying. This is, You know what, maybe, who knows what this, now I'm genuinely curious, right? Like, were they like, oh shit, you know what, we can't make the Condor sprite look good, but we can make this look good, so we'll take the moveset and reskin it? What a weird pull, right? So, this is what I'm saying. This is such a strange thing. Like, I'm not... Look at him! This totally is. It totally is just a reskin. This is absolutely the Condor... Oh my god. His combo doesn't even connect. Oh, damn it. Damn it. I did it again. Every time I went to the pause menu, I'm like, don't hit B. Don't hit B to go back to the game. Don't hit B. It's gonna. That's one thing. He's not like an extremely popular wrestler or anything. No, but right? But like, how did this happen? I mean, because I've been having people ask me, they're like, Mike, why Breaker's Revenge characters? And I'm like, because they can get the IP. But also, like, why this then, right? That's an even bigger question. Got to run in TNA after his WWE run. Yes, and I think Saizo is equally as busted in Verdict Guilty. Don't you fret.
Round one.
Yeah, that's our slide kick. Aww. Oh man, okay. So my official verdict right now, the based on having just poked at all four of the new characters, is that Condor Anderson is not as well done as the rest. Look at how low his jump is! Oh yeah, holy jeez. Yeah. Yeah, his YYYY combo basically doesn't work. Because there's like a 3-hit limit, basically, right? Like there's a reason, like all your combos, right? You can see he just auto blocks after 3, right? So there's something about this game that at its core wants to limit your combos to 3 hits, which is like their natural, like not auto combo, but their like listed combo is typically 3 hits. And you can even see when it, either you mash out the 1, 2, 3, 4, in which case they don't, like it doesn't connect properly. Or you do it slower, and it basically acts as links. But then it caps out at 3. So yes, that is the other, so that is the thing. So what if we handcuff first? Still only 3. Does this guy have, like, anything, right? Yeah, no, that is... Because, like, lots of other folks have... Can at least, like, get into their other stuff. Like... Can go from lights, but like his hitbox on his close attacks is so funky that it just whiffs a lot of the time, right? Like light punch, light kick should work. Oh yeah, no, this dude needed to be in the oven for longer, man. No, my Condor. I take it back. I wouldn't want Condor in this game if this is what they were. They were like, nah, we can't do him dirty like that. Initially, I thought they were doing him dirty by not including him. No. They were sparing us. What? Okay. So that's our Lariat, which I'm fairly sure it's his grab animation. All right. Yeah, you can't combo into it. And then it's just like... Oh, my boy. My boy. Right? I think he only has the 1 frame. You're right. I think you're right. Look at that. Look at that. Okay, no, he's got more on this kick at least. What's the slide? Oh, okay. Hang on. We might not be hopeless here. I got slide into stand jab, didn't I? Slide into stand light kick. Like, what? Yeah, no, I think they straight did not finish it. Like, legitimately, where they were like, we got to get it out by year end, right? Because this came out right at the end of 2025. I genuinely feel this was, I'm starting to feel that this was it's good enough. Okay. Let's see. Can we get jump, slide, restand? Yeah, I'm just like, man, all right. Like, there's a little bit, like, I could see, you see the, like, the first steps, right? Where you're like, oh, okay. He's got, right? Like, that should be your combo ender. Does this hit at all? Yeah, so like that's supposed to be your ender. I could see wanting to give you like a restand or a link off of this, right? Like those are some components I could understand. But it's like, yeah, it really just feels like they're like, it's a little half-baked, this character, right? Yeah, it was not, in fact, good enough. This character makes no sense in motion. Oh, no, honestly, that is a very good point. Like, and like you can see, like even his idle animation, totally fine. Like the frame rate for the animations in this game are not particularly, like, it's not a high frame count game, right? So considering that, I'm almost like, look, okay, idle, walk animation, sure. But then yeah, like everything else, even this, where you're clearly like, okay, they put into work to have the unique stand heavy, right? Like, this is on par with everything else. But then you start looking at the lariat animation, right? Like, they're basically left with their keyframes, which, because it's a low frame rate game, is like true keyframes. But I can see a little bit of what they were trying to do, right? Right? Especially with this. This is obviously the move they put the most work into. And then you can see where they were like, oh, we're going to do something better with this. We're going to do something better with this. This strikes me as very clearly a placeholder. Right? And like this feels like it was, they never got to this point to make sure that the auto combo worked. Everything feels like it's at like almost everything, right? Like with the exception of a couple things where you're like, oh, okay, no, that was
they were still supposed to get to that. Yeah, you can see the vision, just not the frames. Oh, that's really interesting. And you know what? Makes a lot of sense. Like, when you consider the history of this game's development from Josh Prod, where you're like, oh, okay,
Choose your destiny.
this has been in the works for a long while. And I think it was a matter of, do we actually have the bandwidth to get it done and not have it cost us money, right? And the fact that I have not seen anything outside of the 3 Breakers characters. And now you get the 4th, which was very clearly supposed to be a Breakers character. Maybe that's how they got the funding, right? Like, did they pay for the license for the wrestler? Did the wrestler pay for the promotion? I don't even know at this point. Yeah, this is interesting. I will say, like, I love the idea. I'd love to believe that we are in a world where this kind of production can work, right? But we need to expect a bit more than all that. Because this is like, yeah, great idea marred by what feels like incomplete execution, right? That's a good question. Okay, I'm gonna click on story mode.
Choose your destiny.
Not for the new characters. That's disappointing. I would have hoped that was one of the things we were gonna get. Let me go into the other ones. I just want to double check.
Choose your destiny.
Okay, so you can run survival. And then we can unlock the different modes, right? There's a few different single-player arcade modes.
Choose your destiny.
Okay, and we got them here. All right. That's brutal, man. That's sad. I was really hoping for a story mode for the new characters as well. Hey, this is why we will be rendering our full and complete verdict. Josh Prod might be guilty of a couple things. The handcuff throw fighter. Just take out the throw part. Oh yeah, no, absolutely. And that's funny. Like, even before I realized that was a subtitle that they used, I was just like, it's the handcuff glitch fighting game, right? That's like the perfect way to explain it. And I think really what the game is at its core. Guilty of not using frames. Guilty of baiting me with story mode. Yeah, it's funny. I'm even just looking at it now to be like, is there any sign? And they don't tell you. They don't. It's not like they were like, hey, you're gonna get a full story mode for 4 extra characters, and then they didn't provide that. But I think it was a fair assumption. It's definitely translated Stormborn BBBR. Hey, just saying. I'm just IJS. All right, friends. No, here's what we're gonna do though. I'm gonna take a little bit of a break. I'm gonna grab myself a drink, and we're gonna come back and we're gonna play through some of the story mode though. We're still gonna put these characters through their paces against the AI, try to figure out some swaggy combos. I think Saizo's gonna provide for us, so maybe that's where we start. But yo, stick with me, my friends. I appreciate y'all hanging out in the digital basement on a lovely Monday afternoon. I hope y'all are doing well and are, you know, having a good 2026 so far. I will remind you all that we have a Discord. I also have a Patreon, which I swearsies I'm going to actually be posting to more in the coming days and weeks. But definitely go check those out. Hop in the Discord, become a part of the community. Yeah, that's honestly the best thing. I love growing the niche fighter scene, and I love what we're doing here. So make sure to do that. And yes, for the meantime, enjoy the DVD logo. Let me know if it hits the corner before I get back. I swear I'm gonna see it eventually. And yeah, we be chilling. We be playing some more Verdict Guilty in just a minute, my friends. Welcome back, everybody. How's it going? Mr. MKL here. We are chilling. It is, of course, Niche Fighter Monday. And we're just gonna, we're gonna head right back on in to some Verdict Guilty here, my friends. Yo, Circle, I I say this with all the love. I expect nothing less. Also, big shout out to Circle for doing some more writing. They have a NeoCities set up where they're writing about niche fighting games and indie fighting games, and I've been seeing them pop up more and more doing that stuff. So big shout out. Go check out their stuff. Support your artist friends where you can. Yeah, I know. The last time I popped on BBBR, I started to get it a little bit more. It made a whole lot more sense to me than the first couple times I had tried to dig into it. And I was like, oh, okay. I need to get down like another layer, right? Yo, that's awesome. Yeah, trying to write about one niche fighter every week. That's amazing. That is honestly, that is precisely what I want to do more with like my Patreon. That's why I'm doing the Steam curator reviews more now, just so I get in the habit of talking about and writing about and putting these games out there a little bit, right? Yes, I heard Sakura Clash is your next one, which I'm very excited to see your take on. That is such a dope game. All right. We got some arcade mode stuff here going on. Yeah, okay, so yeah, there's a couple things about the menu flow and the loading in this game, and I'm sure it's there for a technical reason, but like having these two screens and having to load between them and having a back option which can take you back and forth, it just like it sets you up to have weird, I don't know, menu interactions. It can get frustrating. Yeah, Sakura Clash, very, very SNK inspired, very fast paced, very anime. The characters in that game are absolutely wild, like unbelievably varied toolkits. Yeah, Love Letter and NGPC for sure.
Round one. Fight. Nice. You win.
Oh, damn. Loading between rounds, too? Like, look, okay, I love this. I love this conceptually.
Round two. Fight.
But I've got some questions about our execution here.
Good. Good. You win.
Yeah, no, like I can accept loading between every match. No, I get that. I totally get that. Right? But I think this is funny that I just said it. Even the menus themselves are kind of designed like this, where it's like it's a stuttered flow with a bunch of like loading checkpoints. Like look at that. That was load checkpoint for the windscreen animation. I didn't even push a button and it disappeared. Load to the stage select. And then load to the match. To the match start screen, the splash screen.
held together with handcuffs and a dream. You got it, man. Oh no, the mobile fighting game had to break every round. Vicious.
Fight. Good.
Well, and think of how, like, this game is so fast.
All right.
See, and like the gameplay itself, I like how fast and frantic it is. Like, if this was a snappy instant rematch kind of thing, I would be down to do like fucking 7-round matches, right? But like that's like untenable with this.
Round 2. Fight. Great. Excellent. You win.
Yeah, it brought its orange cat brain cell. This is the problem, right? When I play this game, all the orange cats lose their single brain cell that they share, and it goes to the Verdict Guilty AI. So. See, I would almost be happier if it was one longer load that accommodated all the pre-match and post-match stuff, and that I could, like, skip through it. Even if it's the same amount of time, I almost feel like having it happen all at once and then being able to be going bang, 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 bang through it all would make me feel a little better. I wonder how much this is, because I don't know much about,
Round 1. Fight.
like, Dreamcast homebrew development, right? Like, how much of that is a product of the process that means
Good.
that they have to kind of bucket it like this?
Round 2. Fight.
That's funny, yeah. We are in the age of tag fighters, and I'm wondering when we are going to enter the age of, yeah, like the age of 3D fighters again.
All right.
Yo, I love that. When she handcuffed me, when she handcuffed me, it froze my eagle.
You win.
I mean, yo, can Dojin fighters make a comeback when they never went away? You think people don't make true Dojin air dashers anymore? Interesting. Okay. I mean, I guess I would have two questions. A, what do you define as a true Dojin air dasher? And when would you say the last one really came out? Unreasonably good fighting game with gorgeous heartbeat based on hentai games. Oh, I hate that you're so right. Oh my lord. Yo, yeah, Andrea, you were telling me about that. That is so wild.
Round 1.
Yeah, Toho Dream Duel, right? That'll be cool. Oh yeah, there's at least 3. At least. Way more the more indie you go. The more into the bowels of Comiket that you go, the closer to like hardcore H game that you get. Koihime Embo is super cool. It is unfortunately just one of those games that it doesn't pass. It doesn't pass the transit test, right? Which is, this is my test for a game and its character designs. If I am not comfortable with everybody on public transit seeing me play that game, I question it, right? I question some, like, I have a little bit of an issue with that. Oh no, absolutely. It is, that is, I think that is the test, right? Where I'm like, because hey man, get your rocks off however you want to get your rocks off. I got no problem with that. But for me, what kind of game am I gonna play? It's the yeah, if I have to justify it to my wife when I'm playing Vanguard Princess, that's a shame. And some of these games are really good. Even the explicit one, like the modern Street Fighter games are like legitimately really cool and really interesting mechanically, have some great sprite animations, but also it's hella booby, right? Also, there's sometimes some just hardcore sex that is your super. So like that is a thing that happens in these games, right? And it's like, yeah, Koihime, well, damn, the gameplay is so cool and bloody unique. You're right, I want to play more of this, but holy shit, those designs. Yeah. Koihime Enbu and Vanguard Princess are the 2 that come to my mind immediately as really, really interesting mechanical games. And like Street Fighter Alpha, like those games, yeah. Come on. Okay, the AI has learned to anti-air.
You win.
Fuka Tyson? No, I have not. That sounds familiar, but I can't quite place it.
Round 3. Fight.
Man, even like Angels of Battle, which isn't like hyper sexy, but has like, you know, the jiggle physics and stuff like that. I mean, there are... Like that is fine. That is like, that is on the... That passes the transit test for me, but like, man. Well, no, and we get, okay, like we've talked about the like H game, Dojin fighting game niche fighter convergence in the past, right? Like it's a real thing. And I think one of the reasons is that you get artists making these games, like we talked about before. It's the thing, what happens when a non-fight FGC person, right, makes a fighting game. And sometimes you get like design choices that you wouldn't see out of a typical fighting game designer. And there's these spaces where H games have platforms that they can, right, that they can sell their products on, which means that, yeah, you get these like little pockets of weird and interesting development. sending birds at each other. So you get the, yeah, I don't know. You just end up with these really weird fighting games that are really interesting, but that I think a lot of people are immediately put off by playing just due to their character designs, right?
Round 2. Fight.
Oh, hit me with the bird, seriously.
Activate.
Yo, we got a 5-hit combo, dudes. That's our B&B.
Nice.
Yeah, Studio S Fighters. That was the one, right? So they also released Street Fighter Alpha recently, but Studio S Fighters is 100% a game where I'm like, even the safe for work version does not pass the transit test. So let alone the not safe for work version you can get. So, and it's such a genuinely good fighting game.
Great. Great.
Oh my god. We're just exchanging avian projectiles. You're absolutely right, Andreas. Some of the designs in Axel City also do not pass that test, right? If I'm being honest, that's one of the reasons I prefer Dynamite Bomb. Out of those pairing of games, which I think are definitely a pairing, I lean towards Dynamite Bomb in part because of the character designs. Yeah, BBBR does a remarkably good job of it. It's not like they hide it, but you're right. It's not... They don't hit those... They don't hit it that hard.
Round 1. Fight.
I love how much of a, like, suggestion hitboxes and hurtboxes are in this game.
Round 2. Fight.
Oh, jeez. Oh, I could have got him on the reload. Well, yeah, no, you're right. Because, Andrea, like, everything is on a sliding scale, right? It's all on a spectrum of horniness. And so sometimes you're just like, it's just a little bit of horny. Whatever, you don't think anything of it. And then you're like, oh, no. That's what you guys are all about. And you only find out later. See, yeah, this dude is totally just like...
You win. Suspecting.
He's totally just blocking in the middle of my strings there. You got no persistence, man. Oh, this has me wondering now. So, does anybody know, like, Hino Kakera? That has to be based off of some kind of visual novel property, right? I don't know the legacy of that IP, but one of the like very few and very cool 3D Dojin fighters. Oh, okay, so no blocking his electricity. All right.
You win.
It's just a completely original fighting game. Is it not based off of another like a story in another medium or anything like that?
Round 2. Fight.
Yeah, okay, I no blocking that. All right, I see.
Okay. You win.
Fascinating. I totally just assumed that it was amongst the like numerous Dojin fighters that were just kind of like fan games of various properties. Okay, that's amazing. That makes me even happier. Oh, dude, so chunky. Heatwave is so chunky and beautiful. Oh, that's such a dope game, man. God, all I can hear is the Dreamcast go
Fight.
as it fucking grinds the drive to death.
Nice. Good. Good. You win.
Yeah, Circle, you've been putting in a bunch of work. I still need to boot up Limbo Breakers and give it some time. You hooked me up, and I would be remiss not to go through it.
All right.
I think my dude was still handcuffed.
Win.
Nah, yeah, he was detained. So those were basically true combos there. That like string that I just did. Eagle, come. I'll let you know if I need your services.
Round one. Fight.
What you got, huh?
You win.
Oh man, all right. Like the between round loads are killing me. Can almost mistake it for a real fighting game. This is like it makes me kind of sad because I do have a real soft spot for Verdict Guilty in all its weirdness, right?
Okay. Good. You win.
But like the package is a little underwhelming. I am it hurts me to say it. And cuz like I think it's totally worth your time to get your hands on the characters, like, but like no story mode, the loading issues, the menu flow, a very clearly unfinished fourth additional character. I mean, like, that's my read on it, at least. Blazing Strike vibes?
Round one. Fight.
Aww. And this was the other thing that I was waiting for. So all of the characters in Verdict Guilty have alternate versions, right? So if player 1 and player 2 select the same character, it's not just a palette swap, right? But it's a different designed character where there is like it's one of them is a cop and the other like a brunette cop, the other one's a blonde cop. They have a different name. Like in universe, they are different people, even though they function exactly the same, right? Kind of a shame that we just have Saizo. Like that's one of the really interesting things for me about Verdict Guilty is that they really do it. Like they've embraced a bit of a ludonarrative bent where things happen in game for in lore reasons, right? Cops have handcuffs and can handcuff you, which is a mechanic that revolves around the fighting. The criminals have a stun gun, which can stun you, and it is a separate mechanic, is a different one. Like that's really cool. That like that melding, that intersection between lore and game, right? And as a conceit to that, they are like, you're not just whatever, Kimberly and then Kimberly with a pink shirt. It's your Kimberly and your fucking Stacy. And those are right? Like I don't know. That is something that is what the game is about to me. That is one of its defining characteristics. And then to see that dropped is a bit of a disappointment, right? Wait a second. Does Breakers do that as well? Yeah, the issues... Yeah, Blazing Strike is an interesting story. I mean, I think that is very much a... I read that as kind of a mismatch between the expectations of support,
Round one.
right? Based on what the dev expected and what the publisher expected. Oh, sorry, my question was, does Breakers have unique characters? I feel like in like the arcade mode, if you're in a mirror match, you get a like unique opponent. But maybe I am misremembering that. It has been a minute since I've played Breakers. Yes, okay, thank you. So once again, I think there is a bit of like spiritual connection between Verdict Guilty and Breakers in some ways. So it makes sense that this would be a partnership. But yes, I think to Circle's point, I feel that this was rushed, or not even necessarily rushed, because like it's been in the offing for a long while now, right? It's been there. It's existed in some forms for several years. So perhaps it's that it's not that it was rushed, it's that it was late. And you get to a point in production where you have to release things or it's just not worth it, right? And perhaps there was that. So like I don't want to speak to, you know, how the developer acted necessarily and responded to feedback, but yeah. Yeah, at least Anderson deals damage. It is confirmed he is functional. Good question, Mark. Here we go, Sang. Let's go. This dude looks creepy as fuck.
Round one. Fight.
The flamethrower. Couldn't get over it. Yeah. Yeah, it doubles as both a an automatic rifle and a flamethrower, which is how you know he paid for the good briefcase.
Round two. Fight.
My dude. Gotcha! So apparently if you can just throw a projectile, you can ignore the flamethrower? Is that what I'm learning? Look, man, I'm doing this for you. I'm doing it for you.
Round three. Fight.
I'm gonna go through the VOD and I'm gonna check out exactly. I'm gonna remove the loading screens from our run today, and we're gonna see We're gonna see what the time difference is.
You win.
All right, yo, we get our original ending screen art. Saizo misses his animal friends. The end. Thanks for playing. Oh, man.
Verdict guilty.
Oh. Wait a minute. You know what I'm realizing? This game has unlockable modes, but doesn't seem to have a save feature? Like, I didn't make a VMU block for this. That's an oversight. Yep, round timer, health totals, character backgrounds. It's sound options, but I'm going into it anyways. Okay. Okay.
Verdict
So. Standard and dueling is unlocked. I'm just gonna turn it off. This is actually gonna be a really good test because I'm pretty sure the internal console battery for my Dreamcast is also dead. And I need to replace it. So licensed by is what official games say. Okay, that's pretty funny. I didn't catch that the first time I booted it up. Yeah, that's a like, how the hell would it know?
Verdict guilty.
It's still unlocked. What? Okay, I don't know how it does that. But at least... No, I didn't think so. I don't think it has the ability. Like... It might have just done it all in the background. I do have my Brook converter plugged in, which comes built in with VMU blocks. Now I'm curious. If I just boot it. Oh yeah, there it is. Okay, okay. So it does. Yeah. It just, it doesn't even tell you. It's just like, fuck it, I'm taking 3 blocks. Oh, that's hilarious. That's my question now. What happens if it doesn't have a VMU? Do I have just a regular Dreamcast controller around? I don't know where the hell I put it. Or if it's a full VMU, what happens? Dear Lord, I hope. I would rather it lie to me about saving a game and then not be able to save it than to rewrite something randomly. Oh lordy, I hope that's not what happens. I'm fairly sure. No, see, maybe what happens is that it automatically boots up the Dreamcast browser, goes to Amazon.com, and just orders a VMU for you. And then when it shows up at your door, it's like, time to save. You know, I do kind of like that it's taken us back to Boxing Day of 1998. Where were you December 26, 1998? I was probably... Woo! I was probably playing Ocarina of Time. When did that come out? No, that was November. That would have been 99. Yeah, Christmas 1999, I was playing Ocarina of Time. You're a youngin'? Okay, what were your parents playing in 1998? Ah, the kids are all right, man. What can I say? $5 old? Oh, man. I was probably... Oh, you are a youngin'. Yo, happy early birthday, bud. Yo, we all had to be 22 at some point. Man. That's just no. See now I'm just like getting hit with memories. So you're making me feel old. Young enough to have gotten into fighting games with Strive, and then the niche corrupted you. I am glad you found your way here. What can I say? It's the same thing, right? Like, I started out with the most vanilla of vanilla fighting games, which was Street Fighter 2. So, like, no one can judge where you start. It's where you end up. I'm actually curious, how did you discover niche fighting games? Like, I would wager most of us started with something fairly popular, fairly mainstream in the world of fighting games. And then, we worked our way towards where we are. Like, I think for me, part of it was I wanted something faster paced than Street Fighter 4, and I discovered BlazBlue. And through BlazBlue, I discovered the rest of like the anime adjacent fighting games, right? That it got kind of bucketed with. And then so like that kind of opened my eyes to that. And then I was like, oh, what about retro games, right? Like what retro fighters are there? And then I was like, oh, what about, right? And then I think it was ultimately being open to those kind of games made me say, I should try some indie fighting games. So when Fantasy Strike came out, I was like, oh, that's kind of cool. That's a neat take on fighting games. And I started playing Fantasy Strike, and that led me into the whole world of indie games, right? Also down the rabbit hole with games like BlazBlue. I like that. Then into Uni, then Millie and Arthur, then you found the Mizumi Wiki. Oh, that's a good one. That's a good one. Finding the Mizumi Wiki is definitely a rabbit hole for people. I know the SRK forums, for all their flaws, at least did kind of start exposing you to some of these smaller games, right? Like, I remember reading about Monster on SRK long before I gave a shit about anime fighters. Oh, that's awesome, Warthog. Andrea's articles, his dev articles, is kind of what led you into it. That's beautiful. There is a not insignificant number of people who have told me that as well, who were like, Andrea's writings, whether for their How to Make a Fighting Game series or their Super Combo stuff, was like an eye-opening moment for them, for the world of indie fighters. Yo, Jay Cool, emulating fucking PSP BlazBlue as that is your trip. That is so good. That makes me happy. Oh man. Melty into fucking portable BlazBlue emulation. You've played them all. Man, that strikes me as a challenge. So, like, okay, we got a couple easy ones, right? Like, you've obviously played Wonderful World. I would consider True Darkness Legend an anime fighter, though not an air dasher. Have you played TDL? Many have tried, none have succeeded. Oh, damn, I introduced you to that? Okay, well, at least I'm doing my job. Cool. Hey, Hinokakera was one of your first anime fighters? Yo, yeah, Super HC introduced me to Hinokakera years ago when we were in the very early days of Niche Fighter Monday. Aw, that's amazing, HC. That makes me... Aw, thank you. I'm glad that I could be part of your journey into the world of niche fighters. You have definitely helped, like, encourage the feedback loop of pumping more and new into our world. So thank you for that. Yeah, the 2DFM server tried. All right. Well, I will say that if the 2DFM server failed to introduce you to something new and different, then it's gonna be tough. Hey, ya, Tom. Yeah, there's a lot of Dojin fighters. I could probably get you on a couple of them, like a couple of the 2D Fighter Maker titles, but they're not really anime. Cause yeah, Burning Blaze Red, obviously Colors Party. Right? Little Battlers EX, maybe? All the classics. Yeah, no, this is tough. This is tough. Zen Evolution Batuden? No, I mean, I wouldn't say Air Dasher. That's definitely more in the Neo Geo Pocket Color kind of bucket, right? All right. What about Netu Jakuniku Gakuen? Huh? Huh? You know the dev? Get the hell out of here. That is like a it's kind of like a rival schools-ish anime fighter for 2DFM. Oh, for Archetype False. Okay. I mean, Mario Go-Kart Galaxy Strikers is definitely an anime air dasher if I've ever seen one. It's too hard. It's too... No. Yeah, if you've played Jakuniku Gakuen, then I am going to be hard-pressed to pull anything else out of this archive of mine. Yo, that said, as I'm looking at all these, guys, go play Colors Party, go play Emblem of Red, go play Dragon Blast. These games are all sick. Go play BBBR. Yeah, 100%. Just play anything, guys. Just play more fighting games, like, for real. Italian Hokuto no Ken Mugen. What are you even? No, no, Andrea, say it ain't so. Is that real? Oh, that's a good point, Mohas. Yo, Circle, have you played Tiger Tournament? It is not an Air Dasher. It is not an anime game. It is a Mortal Kombat clone. But have you played Tiger Tournament? Because you might need to be exposed to Kiwana. Kiwana. God damn it, you have played a son of a bitch. One of these days, I'm going to find a game that you haven't played. Yo, unfortunately, there was a huge hurricane on the east coast of Canada 2 or 3 years ago. And I believe the devs PC was destroyed, and I don't know about a backup. There was definitely a post on their Facebook about some shit's messed up, and they have been very, very quiet since then. So I'm not sure how much progress they lost, which is a damn shame. Yeah, he's continually released music, so like he's still working and doing stuff, right? But I have seen no updates on the game since basically being like, I've got a setback because of the hurricane. So yeah, Circle. I mean, like, right? We're going on 5 years of Niche Fighter Monday at this point, and I think in the last 6 months is when I've really started to be like, oh, it's not that there aren't niche fighters out there that's still to be discovered. But yeah, I've started exhausting a lot of the lowest hanging fruit. And man, this is not low hanging fruit. Like finding these things is not exactly easy. Yeah, it says devs should learn about Git and version control for sure. It forced you on to get saved your ass. Hell yeah. Schwarzer Blitz is definitely your shill game. Go check out their amazing OCs and unhinged stories, guys. I'm just saying. Yeah, no, for sure. I mean, back to the like kind of like what got me into this. Well, once I started looking into the indie fighting games, I very quickly discovered Andrea, Matrified, Monochromatic Hermit, right? Like the Foxy Boxy, right? Like I am very, very quickly found a handful of these developers who were doing some really cool and interesting stuff. And it's been so fun over the last 5 years to see them, I don't know, develop as artists and see their games progress. It's been wild. And there will be, right? Like there will be another wave of them. There is always another wave of them. Is what we're finding out, right? But yeah, it's especially when you start digging into like the old stuff, where I think there was a the last 5 years has seen way more people dig into the niche fighters than ever before. And there was a period where we were finding a lot of stuff and being reintroduced, I think is probably the better word, to a lot of stuff very, very regularly. And that has slowed down a little bit, right? And I think, yeah, seeing the reaction from folks like you, Circle, myself, some of the other aficionados, yeah, no, and this is it. Where's the next wave going to come from? There's a lot of people, yeah, motivation to get back on the Castang grind. I would love to. That is, I mean, there are so many things that I would love to be able to do, but got to spend the time to learn it. Maybe I just spend my time talking and writing about it. Yeah, Andre, like getting people to play these games is always going to be a challenge, right? I think the big question is, how many people do you need or want to play your game? Like, in what ways, right? I think as someone on the outside, when I see developers struggle with building their audience, I often wonder, what kind of audience do you even want? It's easy to assume that you want the core FGC audience because it's a fighting game. Who else? Right? But it's like, do you need that? Do you need to be the competitive online rollback enabled ranked queue esport? No. But I think that's where a lot of people get led to when they start making fighting games. Even the ones that are very explicitly like, I'm making this story mode based thing, are still worried about capturing the Justin Wongs of the world. And it's like, to what end? Right? Yeah, right. Circle saying that, yeah, it's hard to put a lot of time into a game that don't have a specific set of aesthetics. That is one of the big reasons why people come to fighting games, is for a specific look or aesthetic. It's why the Guilty Gear look is so prized and sought after, right? It's because, yeah, and I think it's one of the reasons Strive has done well and Guilty Gear has started doing better and better, as that has become a core audience. And I think, man, how many people were playing Dragon Ball Fighter Z because it was Dragon Ball and pretty anime, and then got into the fighting game, right? Like, no one's done surveys or studies on this, but the absolute, like, the wild success of a game like that, in the face of everything else about that style of fighting game which keeps people away, I think says something, right? To get a scene at a local, you need to come in with a group of people already playing the game. Yeah, like, I'll be real, I think that is something that, yeah, is very true, but not said often enough, right? Like, it's not just as simple as bringing a game to your local. Bringing a setup to your local and opening it up and sitting there and playing in training mode is not the thing that builds a scene, right? And in my experience, like building a Fantasy Strike scene in the Toronto area, I showed up because I knew that I was going to play. I knew that my training partner in crime, Ducky, was going to play. And I knew that one of the people who ran the stream for Toronto Top Tiers liked the game and was going to play. And I knew that we would at least have 3 people. So having 3 people sitting down meant we could draw more people over. Having one of the dudes who ran the weekly sit down with us helped do it, right? And then I shilled hard to get people to play that game with us. It was free entry tournaments that I hosted, no matter how many people entered. It was prize pots were provided, funded in part from other people in the community, right? Like, and then I did that for probably 3 months every week for 3 months before it started becoming self-sustaining. When it started to get to the point where I didn't have to go like fucking pamphleteering for signups for the tournament. It took several months for there to be enough like people who were just like, I'm going to come because I want to play Fantasy Strike. And none of that would have happened if I just showed up with a laptop and started playing Fantasy Strike in training mode, right? It's coming in with a certain number of people. Right? There is this weird threshold to fighting games, right? And you see it with the indie games. Why am I going to play a game when only 4 people are online concurrently in online queue, right? Like, but if you're sitting at 50, somebody might be willing to hop in. When you're sitting at 200, someone's going to, right? But it's like, the same thing applies to the weeklies. You need to come in with a certain amount of numbers and a certain incentive set, right? And that could be prize pots. That could be people to play with. That could be just a really dope game and an excuse to push buttons, right? It could be all of those things, but it's got to be a combination of them. Yes, also very true of promoting writing. It's awful. You tried that at ECT and it sucked, right? Right? Like, and there is nothing that feels worse than being like, I took my time, I took my effort, I took my equipment, I set up, I put myself out there, and I was ignored, right? Like, it feels bad when that happens, right? I mean, like, even me as a TO, where I'm like, I always struggle, where I'm like, if I don't know that I can get 8 players in my bracket, I'm like, should I put on this tournament? Right? There's a certain level of, I need to put in this amount of effort, and I want there to be a certain kind of success or return on that. And for me, the return is getting people to play. But if that means that no one's playing, then I'm like, am I going to do that, right? And it becomes a bit of a self-fulfilling prophecy, right? Oh, okay, that's amazing. There are Keonta locals near you. That makes me happy. Yeah, you watching Blazing Strike get triple the best turnout for Murfight. Feels bad, man. Yeah, you've been chilling Marshall Champion, had relatively similar results, right? Yeah, and you've been doing a good job of, like, talking about the game, being engaging about the game, being willing to teach people, being willing to hop in on matches, right? Talking to people who stream it, right? Like, being there when the game is being streamed. All those things really matter. Creating a community for it where people can get together, right? Yo, that hurts, man. Tio, who was straight up making fun of a local regular player for labbing Kianta for an upcoming tournament. Like, nah, let people do that shit, right? Yes, Ducky. I see Ducky popping in there. Sorry, as I'm getting two of them in the chat. Helps to bring in a ringer for the first few locals so you don't lose too much money. I mean, legitimately, that is not what we did. But, that being said, I knew Ducky was going to be there. They are my training partner in crime. We played this game and we were like, yes, let us go host tournaments, right? But it meant that it was very likely going to be the two of us in grands. Yo, that takes me back to 2009. Oh my god. Bro, why are you labbing that game? It's not that serious, bro. Yeah, man, that sucks to hear. There's nothing worse than, bro, why are you playing in the anime tournament? There's only 7 people. But we got 30 for Street Fighter 4. Why aren't you playing Street Fighter 4, brah? Because fuck that game. Like, right? Like, that sucks, man. Yeah, that's funny, Ducky. We could probably go and track what our tournament records are. But I think you're probably right that you've edged me out in wins. You were playing in an empty Mega Man 8-bit deathmatch server. Vincent Straft had, and the guy was like, does it only have like 100 players? And this one has 10. I know, it's like, what are we doing here, guys? No, that's it. And so, to one of the points I was trying to make earlier on, right? You're right that not every game is going to be for everyone, and it definitely shouldn't be. I think, man, I would like to see more fighting game developers. And, like, this is not a, do the market research and focus test your game into the ground. But, like, understand who your target audience is. Like, at a core level, you need to understand and know who your core audience is and who you're going after. And I think it's far too easy for people to go into it's a fighting game, I have to cater to the FGC, when the game you're making is probably going to cater to somebody who likes, I don't know, pretty pink dresses, because you're making the pretty pink dress fighter. Like, fuck, man. Like, right? It could be anything. It could be absolutely anything, but like, right? And it's like, man, if get people to care about that, and they'll be there to play the game that you're making as well. But I don't know. I don't see that enough. Oh, drag her. Drag her. Funding happened to drag her. That's absolutely what happened. they could not get the requisite funding, and they ended up releasing a version on Steam that was basically what they had up until that point in development. Yeah, I can't say about any mismanagement. I know that there were some folks who were a little bit upset. Fair. Because I think it did get some funding. Do market research and then do the exact opposite. Right? That could be it. That could be the solution. Yeah, the failure to launch edition, correct. Aw, well, hi, Ducky. Thanks for swinging by and saying hi. Have a good dinner, my friend. Damn, Warthog, that's funny. That is funny and so accurate. It's from Clarissa Explains It All. That is what it feels like. Oh my god. I struggle with this where I'm like, do I recommend a game? Like, I would recommend every fighting game just insofar as you should try it. Martial Champions, you're right. It is not the game for me, but I appreciate being able to analyze it. It is a fun analytical experience. If in my and at a very base level, early on, pushing buttons actually really fun. Once you start figuring out some of the more nuanced bits of it, and you become reliant on them, it becomes a rougher game. Let's just say. Yo, Andrea, take care, my friend. Heck yeah, happy to talk about game dev and feedback in the server. We will do that. Actually, friends, that's a good idea. I'm going to remind you all here. We have a Discord. We have a cool little Discord where cool little people hang out, and we bask in the glow of our warming basking glow. And I am all right. I have no signaled. Hello, friends. Dojo Masters is the Martial Champion spiritual successor. That's my hot take. Ooh, yes, Slap Happy Rhythm Buster is such a cool game, but it is 100%. It is the make no mistake simulator. That is a lot of really interesting games that I end up not playing. Right? Like, I fucking love the aesthetic of Slap Happy. I love the combo system. I love tooling around in it. It is really it's got some interesting mechanical nuances to it. But yeah, playing the game at a competitive level, there's a reason people like this is the I hate the try hard thing, right? Is because like yeah, it is difficult to play a game at a competitive level and then enjoy it casually because you're playing competitively, and it changes how you play the game. Right? Much like when you do film analysis, watching movies becomes a different experience, and you have to kind of put yourself in the mode of like, I am turning off my critical analysis brain, and I am turning on my silly little viewer brain, right? And you just gotta go with that. And I think that does make some of those games a little easier, right? Like, I started having fun with Street Fighter 4 again when I started saying, you know what? I don't need to win. I'm just gonna do the silly thing instead. Guys, do more of the silly thing in fighting games. All right, my friends, I am gonna call it for the day. We've had a lovely chat. We've had some good times with Verdict Guilty. I will render my official verdict later on, but Verdict Guilty on the Dreamcast is a flawed but interesting release that was not in the oven for long enough, or not worked on for long enough. Maybe it was in the oven, but the heat wasn't on. That's what I'm going with. On the bright side, it did at least save my progress. That would have been horrifying. All right, my friends. Thank you, as always, for joining me here on Niche Fighter Monday. I appreciate y'all. Guys, drop me a follow. Hit that bell for the notifications to know when I'm going live. I'm doing a bunch more speedrunning. I'm doing a bunch more retro game streams. Come chill in the basement on, Thursdays, Fridays, Saturdays, whatever the case may be. Keep an eye out for when I go live. Yeah, and hey, remember, if you have one of those Twitch Prime subs and you like what we're doing, spend that Twitch Prime sub somewhere, whether it be here, whether it be with some other fantastic person like Mohas Gridlock. Actually, let me give a little shout out to Mohast Gridlock. They are a lovely person who does really cool streams. Give them a follow. Maybe consider dropping your Prime over there. Drop it somewhere. Just make sure Jeff Bezos doesn't keep that money. That is silly. There's no need for that. And yeah, be safe out there, everyone. Be kind to yourself. Be kind to each other. Remember to be cool people. Hop in the Discord and come check us out next time in the digital basement. Until then, my friends, take care. I'll see you later.